guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new here, you guys. Former Teen Mom star Jenelle Evans and her on again, off again BFF Tori. They are back at it, back at each other's throats. And not that I feel like, this is the end of their relationship. They do this every few months. Tori and Jenelle, they have been BFFs for many years, right? We were introduced to Tori, on Teen Mom, 16 and Pregnant, not even Teen Mom, but 16 and Pregnant is when we got to know Tori. Here's her and Jenelle. Maybe I should make that smaller considering what Jenelle is doing. But she was on 16 and Pregnant as Janelle's BFF. Well, all of the years we saw the two fighting, falling out, then bam, BFFs again. Jenelle would be putting Tori on blast publicly, and then 2 weeks later, they would be posting pictures of each other together. So this is just another one of their falling outs, in my opinion. But I'm going to give you guys a rundown of exactly what's going on because it is pretty wild. Not going to lie, it's pretty wild what's going on between the two. Tori's ex was possibly a parent for Jace. Yes. So there was a point to where Jenelle thought Jace could belong to Tori's ex-boyfriend. They did a DNA test, so I do want to put that out there. They did a DNA test, and come to find out, Andrew is in fact Jace's dad. But on the show, Jenelle met with one of their friends and told their friend, like, yeah, well, me and Andrew, we got into a fight and I left and I went to Tori's boyfriend's house and we ended up drinking and we slept together. And then sometime later, like 2 months later, I was pregnant. So she didn't really know for sure until she got the DNA test, I guess, is when she knew 100% that Jace's dad was, in fact, Andrew. But the fact that Tori forgave her, like Tori, I don't know Tori, but it seems like she's a pretty forgiving person because she forgave someone that was supposedly her BFF who slept with her boyfriend. But Tori did end up getting Jenelle back later on, right? Didn't it come out that Tori and Courtland? No, I'm messing that up. Sorry, I'm messing that up. Courtland told Jenelle after he and Jenelle got together that before he got with Jenelle, he talked to Tori for a short period, but that was before he got with Jenelle. So yeah, I was gonna say she got her back, but no, she didn't. Christina says she don't forgive her. She uses her. And maybe that's what it was. Oh, it was Gary. Oh my goodness. It was Gary. It was definitely not Courtland. Thank you, Nancy, because thank you, Nancy. You're right. It was Gary. It was definitely not Courtland. All right. So let's get into everything. And then we're gonna go over what they're putting on social media because they're over on social media. So yeah, Jenelle Evans and her longtime bestie Tori, their relationship has once again imploded. And this time it's over publicly what they're saying is hospital underwear. They're getting hospital stay and then underwear. Jenelle was pissy pants at the hospital and Tori did not bring her any more underwear. Now, less than a month after moving to Las Vegas to live with Jenelle, Tori is already heading back to North Carolina. So literally on like August 14th, around the middle of August, was Tori moved to Vegas to live with Jenelle. Jenelle said they were going to have a podcast together. They were going to live their best life. Well, it didn't take too long before the two started clashing. According to Jenelle, a guy got in between Tori and her friendship, and that was one of the reasons that's one of the reasons Tori wanted to move back to North Carolina. Jenelle claims it's over a guy. While she was there, literally the first week and a half she was there, they seemed to go out every night, partying every night. And then right before Tori left, Jenelle was hospitalized. While Jenelle was in the hospital, Tori stayed back with Kaiser and Inslee. But when Jenelle was released, the day that Jenelle was released and went home, Tori was all packed up and ready to jet. Now, Tori has a car, but she does not have a license because from what I've read, she's gotten several DUIs, so she's not allowed to drive. So Tori had to fly a friend out to Vegas to drive her back to North Carolina, her stuff in her car. And if you guys remember, Jace actually talked about the fact that like his mom was like out all the time and he was having a babysitter. That was put out there. It was put out there that once Tori came, Tori and Jenelle were partying even more than Jenelle already was, and that he was having to stay with the kids. So let me show you guys. Yeah, after Tori left, Jenelle made a post on her Facebook account. So let me show you guys what she said. Let me back it up. Okay, so this is literally after she left. Jenelle says, just know if we're friends and you're in the hospital, I would bring you underwear if you begged me. Actually, you wouldn't have to beg me. I'd be there in a heartbeat, even if we hadn't spoken in years. Do I get the same treatment? Nah, definitely not from my best friend. I'm still in shock about it. Couldn't even get out of bed. Hashtag just a thought. Hashtag rant over. Toasted says, check 9 traits of narcissism. Jenelle fits all 9. Wow. I can't say I've ever checked all the traits of narcissism. I know what a few of them are, but I can't say I've ever checked all of them. But that would definitely be interesting. Thank you so much, Toasted, for the super sticker. Thank you. So what's so crazy here, though, is Jenelle claims she could not get out of the bed. Meanwhile, she went live one time. She made some videos, and her fingers were burning up because she was on X, just like going off on people. She was on X talking about Kenley. She was on X talking about Anon. So, like, girl, you couldn't get out of bed. You did a video. Yeah, this was around the same time she doxed Anon. Exactly. It's like you were not dying. Come on, you were definitely not dying. You definitely could get out of bed. Yes, so sick, but can continue to complain and play the poor me card. Exactly, Amanda. And who was watching Jill's kids? It seems like Tori was watching the kids. Jenelle left. Let me tell you guys. So Tori decided to move back to North Carolina after being in Vegas for like 2 weeks. She was there like not even 3, right? So she knew she was leaving before Jenelle went into the hospital. She knew she was leaving. She knew this. Jenelle had made a post about it. Somebody asked, like, oh, you and Tori already having problems. She was like, no, her dad's sick or her stepdad's sick, and she's getting back with her boyfriend. So that's why she's leaving. So it was already planned. Well, Jenelle gets sick, goes to urgent care. I think they send her home. So then she goes to the ER and they admit her because she's like, I can't breathe. I don't know what's wrong with me. So they run all kind of tests, do CT scans, asthma treatments, and she's there for like 4 days or something. Well, she went leaving Tori there with the kids. So Tori ended up being there with the kids, sending them to school, having to take care of them while Janelle's in the hospital. Mind you, Tori don't have a license. So while Janelle's griping about the fact that her friend could not bring her underwear, your friend didn't have a license, and your friend was tending to your kids from what's being said. Now, maybe that's not correct information, but she was living at your house. So I'm sure she was there with them. So who was getting them to school? Who was feeding them? Who was making sure they were taken care of and they were going to school? Was that Tori or was it not Tori? Because if it was Tori, then you could be like, you know what? At least she was tending to my kids. She may not have brought me no underwear, but at least she was tending to my kids and making sure they were taken care of. Now, after Jenelle posted this, Tori responded and she said, make me out to be the villain. That's fine. I don't have crap to explain to people who don't know me. The ones who do know me, they know. Tori should jump in the live. I would love to talk to Tori. She probably would never talk to me, but I would love to talk to her. Maybe one day if she gets mad enough at Jenelle, she'll talk to me. Well, then she posted this picture. Look at all her stuff in the back. Look at all of Tori's stuff in the back of the car, just piled up. Then Tori said, I'm about to visit the Grand Canyon and watch the sunset. If you think I'm bothered by you, I'm not. So Tori's like, not bothered at all that you're mad at me. And then this was posted. Somebody sent me this. This is on Tori's social media page, right? Jenelle put, as you guys can see at the very top, it says, yeah, can't even drive to bring me underwear. And then someone named Ashley added Jenelle and said, "You want her to illegally drive your car uninsured and no license?" And Jenelle said, she couldn't take an Uber to drop me off underwear after peeing in the hospital bed. I don't want to hear it. And then Tori put Jenelle Evans, "You have bronchitis. Why you piss on the bed?" If I was Tori, I would have been like, "Jenelle, you have bronchitis. I wasn't trying to catch it. I didn't want to get sick. Sorry, dog." But Jenelle says, "Tori, because I was coughing for 2 hours. Now I'm lying. You didn't even visit. So how do you know? I text you, I pissed myself when it happened." Yeah, if I was Tori, my defense would be like, one, I'm taking care of your kids. Two, I didn't want to get bronchitis. My bad. Yeah, you told me you peed your pants, but I didn't know you meant you wanted me to bring you underwear. When you're in the hospital, they'll supply those things. I mean, the un well, I don't know about some hospitals. I know if you're having babies, they will give you those like big, like stretchy underwear. I don't know if you're in there for like asthma, if they will give you underwear. I would assume the hospital can supply you with, they give you a gown. Let me see. Yes, hospitals typically supply disposable mesh or gauze-like underwear, especially for postpartum care, along with pads to help manage postpartum bleeding and hold pads in place. Patients who have undergone surgery may also be offered disposable underwear if they are able to wear it. You may prefer to bring your own comfortable underwear or adult diapers, as some people find them more comfortable. So I do think if she would have told the hospital, like, hey, which she had to tell them, unless she just continues sitting in her pee-pee bed. I'm sure she had to buzz them and say, "I am so sorry. I coughed for 2 hours straight and I peed on my bed. I'm gonna need some new sheets, new bedding." So she once they got in there, she could have said, "And can y'all give me like a new gown and new underwear?" So yeah, but seems like she was very upset with Tori for not bringing her underwear. Now, here's the thing. Elle, didn't Tori sign the lease on the new rental in Las Vegas? I heard that shenanigans. That was something that I heard back when Jenelle moved. I did hear that, but I haven't gotten any confirmation on that. So I don't know that. I can't say that to be 100% certain, but the rumor was that Jenelle couldn't get another rental, and I don't know why, but that Tori signed for it. But that's just what I heard. I do not know that to be facts. Now, August 23rd, mind you, at this point, Tori had already decided she was moving back. King Von, she retweeted something from King Von. It says, "Don't ever question my loyalty. 9 out of 10. I got your back more than you got mine." And she reshared that and put truth. Could she be talking about Jenelle? I don't know. It's very possible she's talking about the guy that she's been on again, off again, or she's talking about the friend Jenelle that she's been on again, off again with. But I saw that on her post and thought that was interesting. Um, yeah, and I had to show this because we can't talk about Tori and Jenelle and their on again, off again relationship without bringing up the fact that they got into a fist fight on national television. And I thought Tori was going to beat Janelle up with some drumsticks. That's how far, I mean, literally, how far back was that? How many years ago was this that they were friends living together, got into a fist fight? They moved out. Janelle moved out. They reconciled. This has been just, oh, here they are now. It is a cycle. It is a cycle of being besties. And when they're besties, they're besties. Like, what's so funny is when Tori moved to Vegas and they're going out every night, they're making TikTok videos about being best friends and how close they are and how they always got each other's back and how they always come back together. Like they're making all these TikToks about that, about how they will always have each other's back. And then it never fails. Never, 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 never does it fail. They bust up again. Um, Somebody said, Tyrell said, I think Jenelle is jealous of Tori. Yeah. Am I gonna get leave me alone? Yeah, that was literally because she was like, leave me alone. I'll never get that out of my head. It's so crazy. Those are some moments in like of the show that are just like iconic. You know, they turned into memes, and that was one of them. Maybe Janelle and Amber ought to live together. Yeah, when they're tight, and when they're not. Exactly, 100%. I wish I could play the fight on here for you guys, just because, but I don't want to get copy. Oh, and what's even funnier is like hours before Janelle went to the hospital. Hours before Janelle went to the hospital, she was soaking in the bath, making TikTok videos about her haters. Literally hours before she takes herself to the ER, that she is so sick that she is coughing so much and can't breathe. Her breathing is so bad that she literally had to go to the emergency room. But mind you, like hours before that, this is, she was singing in the bathtub. So yeah, interesting. Oh, and this was when she was in the hospital. One of the posts that she put out, laying in bed and ordering the new Lulaboos, addicted, just very sick. She was extremely sick. Trying to take the spotlight off of Jace going to North Carolina. Exactly. So yeah, here's where when it came out that Tori was going to be moving back to North Carolina, I think Tori made a post about moving back like a week or so ago. Somebody said, "Is it true that you and Tori already had a fallout?" She said, "No, but she's moving out next week. Her stepdad is having health issues, and she's obsessed with her new man." And then they're like, "I don't know." And then on the same day that she posted that, she said, "Don't let him fool you, Tori," with like a and then a face. Like, girl, you cannot, Janelle, you cannot tell any woman, don't let that man fool you, because you have let every man you've ever talked to fool you. Every man you have ever been in a relationship with fooled you. Fooled you. You have been Boo Boo the fool. Cleo the clown. So you really can't like tell Tori anything about not letting somebody fool her because, girl, come on now. You have literally been fooled. So yeah, you guys, basically, Janelle really got her feelings hurt. That's because, Tori would not bring her some draws when she peed on herself. Let me see. Uh, so yeah, Tori does not currently have a driver's license as it was revoked as part of a plea deal she took in 2024 for a DUI. When she moved to Vegas in early August, Janelle drove Tori's car across the country with her. So, yeah, that's what it is. That's their latest fallout, and I feel like it'll probably be a month. I don't know. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna say 2 months. 2 months, and they will be back together. They will be hanging out again. They will be friends again. So yeah, they always end up friendly again and hanging out again. So I don't think this is gonna be any different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't hate Janelle. You're definitely wrong there, Buzzard Clementine. Definitely don't hate Janelle. I just, you know, call it like I see it. I've been watching this girl since she was 16 and pregnant, screaming in her mama's face. Actually, I saw that on Reddit earlier, and I was like, dude, I wish I could play that because it's just a reminder of like who Janelle is. Like Barbara's there raising your child, and you're like screaming in her face, telling her to get back in the house, that you're going to spit in her face, that you're going to punch her. And Barbara is just like, if you hit me, you're going to go to jail. And Janelle's like, he's my child, not yours. And Barbara's like, then take care of him. And then Janelle's like, shut the F up. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Exactly. Janelle's relationship, even with her friends, are toxic. Yeah, I mean, Janelle doesn't have any relationships that last. No, I don't. Buzzers don't bother me. Um, as long as Buzzard's being respectful and not like being nasty, I don't care. If that's what Buzzard thinks, but it's not true. I mean, I don't hate Janelle. I mean, it's not that deep for me. This is reality television we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not like, oh, I hate them. No, 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 not at all. Um, let me see. Like, tell me one person that Janelle like gets along with and has always gotten along with and can maintain like they're everybody in my life. Like I've had a couple issues with like one of my sisters, but like two or three, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody in my life, like I still get along with. Janelle can't get along with anybody. Anybody. Let me try to make it as small as possible so we don't get in trouble. I don't give a flying if it's your house. I guess we know I can punch you in your. Janelle does not get along with Kesha. That's hilarious. She's met her once. From the standpoint of Kesha, okay, Kesha is a celebrity. That there was an iconic moment because Janelle was so dense while on probation. She wanted her lawyer to ask the judge to move the court date because she was going to a concert. Even Dustin said, I'm not asking the judge to move the court date for you to go to a concert, Janelle. Like, what? What? So Kesha has met her one time. Why wouldn't she be nice to her though? With, you know what I'm saying? Like that iconic moment that was made in regards to Kesha. I guarantee you, if Kesha tried to be friends with Janelle, I don't feel like it would last very long. I mean, if they actually started being friends and were texting and hanging out, yeah, I mean, Kesha would probably be like, holy crap, what the hell, girl? So, I mean, Janelle being a Kesha fan and them meeting once and doing a TikTok together does not constitute a friendship at all. And the fact that she was only around her for a short period, I mean, yeah, anybody can get along with anybody for an hour. You know what I'm saying? But that just no, no, it's kind of funny though. But look at Janelle in her mom's face. Mind you, her mom is raising her son. When she stole her mom's credit cards, her mom didn't have her arrested. And this is the way that she's treating her mom. That's raising her son. Now, I swear to God, I'm about you, Mom. I swear to God, you better back the fuck and get the inside the house. You know what Barbara should have did to her? This is my personal opinion, and I'm not for violence, but Barbara should have reared back as far as she could and knocked the heck out of Janelle. If Barbara would have just laid her on her ass one good time, then Janelle would have thought twice about getting in her mom's face. Or, or have her arrested for threatening. I mean, this was on camera. It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, she was on drugs and she still treats her mom like crap, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, being on drugs doesn't excuse your behavior. This is your mother. It doesn't excuse your behavior. Like if I would have had an addiction problem and treated my mom like that, while my mom's raising my child, I would have spent the rest of my life feeling sorry, like crappy. I would have spent the rest of my life feeling like indebted to my mom. I would have never talked to my mom that way because I would have felt horrible. She's literally telling her own mom, "Get inside the house." Like, first off, you're the child. You're the child. She's the adult. It's her house. Get inside the house. If I would have ever, if I would have ever, so yeah, in my opinion, Barbara probably should have had Janelle arrested a couple of times to show her who's boss and to show her you're not going to mess with me. But Barbara, being her mom, didn't want to do that, didn't want to, have her arrested and then her have a record or anything like that. But she sure should have. She should have had her arrested right there for threatening. She should have had her arrested when she stole her credit cards. I mean, you're going to go to jail. Yes, I have. Oh, something that somebody pointed out. Let me back it up. Notice how Barbara takes her glasses off. Janelle's threatening to hit her. What does Barbara do? She takes her glasses off. Somebody in the comment section said this. Notice how she takes her glasses off, almost as if this wasn't the first time and maybe Jenelle had hit her before and she knows, like, oh crap, let me take my glasses off. So when she hits me, it doesn't break my glasses. Makes me wonder, had Jenelle hit her mom before? If I had talked to my mom like that, they would bring back missing people on milk cartons and I'd be the first. Exactly. Me too. Me too. Me too. I am almost 40 years old and I have never talked to my mom that way. What?
Get inside the house before I spit in your face.
Spit in your face.
Don't you get inside the house. I want.
Y'all thinking Barbara ain't never whooped on Jenelle? You're crazy. She should have. She should have done it more because clearly she ain't doing enough. Because guess what? I grew up getting spankings. And I would have never did that to my mama because I knew. I'm not going to disrespect my mama. She'll whoop me. She clearly didn't do it enough. Clearly did not do it enough. Or Jenelle would have been too damn scared to do that. So I don't know if Barbara whooped Jenelle or not, but if she did, it wasn't enough.
I don't get it, baby. I try to take care of your baby. I don't give what you think. He is my child, not yours. Let me take care of him. I don't want to. Being civil doesn't mean I have to yell and scream in your face every time we see each other. But I still don't like you.
I would have been like, all right, Jason, let's go. Like, that's a birthday party they were having for somebody. I think it was actually for Jace. Barbara brings Jace. She's trying to get along with Jenelle. And Janelle's like, I don't have to scream in your face, which praise God. She got to a point of realizing that gets her nowhere, except looking like Boo Boo the Fool again, looking like she can't control herself. But if my kid, as I'm raising your child, would have said, I still don't like you, I would have been like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to subject myself to being hurt by you. Because here's the thing, you can set boundaries. You can set boundaries with your kids. If every time you're around them, they're hurting you or they're being rude to you, you can say, well, I'm not going to be around you then. I love you. I wish you well. I hope you nothing but the best. But if I'm going to show up for a birthday party, take time out of my life, my day to bring your son here, and you're going to be nasty with me, you can't even just get along with me, you got to pop off like this, then we'll leave. Because I don't have to subject myself to your bullying, to your abuse. No. Miss Bogue said, I grew up getting spanked and slapped across the face. The times I stepped out of line, it was nothing like Jenelle. There would have been a fresh amount of dirt. Exactly. Great chat later, guys. I'll see you on the. Thank you for joining. It's me, Angie. Bye, Angie. But yeah. And exactly, Rebecca. Like, I don't really get people to defend her. It's really weird to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, to treat your mom that way, to treat the children the way that you treat the children. I really don't get it. Like on my live the other day, I said, like, I don't get people that defend her. It's not going to happen here. But yeah. So that's just a clip, from Jenelle when she was. No, I haven't. Colby, I haven't heard anything today. I'll check, though, after I get off this live. Typically, people make amends. I haven't seen Jenelle do that ever or even take accountability for anything. Exactly. Honestly, I always tell my kids, you can put your hands on your mom if you want, but you won't live to talk about it, to tell about it. Amen. Amen. Like, my husband tells my kids all the time, like, my son said something as a joke to me yesterday. And immediately my husband was like, what'd you say? And he was like, I was joking. It was just a joke. And he was like, no. You don't joke like that ever. Ever. Like, I think my son said, like, be quiet or something. It was my 12-year-old. Like, me and my other son were talking, and my 12-year-old was like, be quiet. And I was like, and my soon to be 18-year-old was like, did you just tell mom to be quiet? And he laughed. He was like, I was joking. I was just joking. And my husband was in the pantry, and he stepped out of the pantry. He was like, oh, no, sir, I don't think so. You don't joke like that. One thing that my husband tells our kids is, you're not going to talk to my wife like that. You're not going to treat my wife like that. You're not going to talk to my wife like that. She may be your mom, but she's my wife. And it will be a cold day in hell before you mistreat her. Exactly. Jace would have been in foster care if it wasn't for Barbara. 100% Victoria. I agree. Oh my goodness, Shannon says, I was on the phone with my friend. The one time I called my mom a bee. When she tells people the story, she says, I heard her say it, and then suddenly the line went dead. Exactly. Exactly. Um, I haven't, but I want to, Shiny King. Oh, thank you, Elle. Yeah, I had the best husband. July 4th is the day that shows that Tori posts that she has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with what, Kelly? I'm confused. Partner says the same thing. Exactly. So, anyways, you guys, yeah, Tori and Jenelle right now they're busted up. Tori on her way back to North Carolina. She got a friend to fly in to drive her back. But like I said, I feel like it'll be no time, and they'll be back. They'll be back hanging out. Tori will be back in Vegas hanging out. What's sad though, what's really sad, is that maybe a month before Tori moved to Vegas, Tori made a post on her Facebook that she was giving up alcohol. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's so great for her. Like, that's so great that Tori's gonna quit drinking because obviously it's caused her some problems. She's lost her license due to DUIs." So I thought, "Oh, that's so great." Then when I heard she was moving to Vegas to live with Jenelle, I was like, Janelle is just gonna, I mean, Tori's an adult. She makes her own decisions for sure. But when you are around other people that do it and they encourage you to do it, you're more likely to do it. So when I found out she was moving back, moving to live with Janelle, I thought, oh no, she's definitely not going to maintain living an alcohol free life. And she didn't. Soon as her and Janelle, they start partying, hanging out. Um, right, Abby, yeah. What I find sad is Jace can find clips like the ones you showed of how poorly his mom, Barb, was treated by his egg donor. So at least Jace has video proof to show therapists of how Janelle acts. True story. I wonder what's next for Tori. She is like a lovesick puppy. No matter how much Janelle disrespects her, Tori always comes back hoping one day Janelle will love her. Jay Bland, some people think that Tori is using her for money. Yeah, but you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Not shocked that it imploded once again, but they'll be back together once again, and there'll be another day, months down the road, probably, where we're once again talking about the implosion of their friendship. But you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you follow this account. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you follow me over on Facebook. Also, going live tonight over on TikTok to watch last night's episode of Welcome to Plathville. We are watching Welcome to Plathville on TikTok, as well as the new Chrisley show, the Chrisleys Back to Reality. It has come on. I haven't shenanigans, but people keep telling me to watch it. So Monday and Tuesday night, we went live on TikTok and we watched the Chrisleys Back to Reality. Their new reality show started Monday. So we've watched Monday and Tuesday night. And then tonight we're gonna go live on TikTok to watch Welcome to Plathville. The new episode that aired last night, we will watch it tonight. So 7:30 Central Time. Let me double check that. Oh yeah, 7:30 Central Time. We will be live on TikTok watching Welcome to Plathville. I want to watch it shenanigans. I just haven't had time yet. I'm even behind on my schoolwork. Like I haven't done schoolwork since the weekend, this past weekend. So I'm just like, oh, I want to watch it because a lot of people have been talking about it. So I'm like, what is it? But yeah, gonna watch it as soon as I can. You guys leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What is Unknown Caller? I don't know, but everybody's been telling me to watch it, and I don't even know what it is. It's on Netflix, right? All right, you guys, don't forget to come back and hype this video up. Um, After the live ends, you can come back and hype it up. And basically, it just tells YouTube that you guys really enjoy the video and they are more likely to push the video out. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tonight over on TikTok. Bye, guys.